template class for list implementation now allows for any data type. So if I have, for example, person class already defined, so suppose I have defined already, then person dot h, then I could have a t list person type and p list, and then I could create a person p1 is a person p1 as name is John, and then age. Suppose I'm going to give two information, name and age, like this. Then I could store plist append p1 and then p2, something like this. So let's define person class to test the template implementation really works for any data type. So I create person.h pragma once class person, and private member, I'm going to have a string name and int age, and public member, let me have a person constructor takes name and age. It's there. So I need to include string library there. So let's define person.cpp, include person.h, and constructor string name integer age is provided, and then initializer list name age and blank body should be sufficient. So I have a person.h and person.cpp, then I'm using that in main program. So makefile needs to be adjusted. So to person.o is needed to produce the executable code, and person.o is by compiling person.cpp, which include the person.h minus g minus c, compile only person.cpp. So that's how to produce the executable code. So let's compile. Main.cpp person.h not found. So what is that in main.cpp? Line 10, include the person.h. So here, where is the person.h? It seems I have placed person.h in the wrong place, some other subfolder, so I need to move it outside of that, move it outside of it. So I have placed the person.h and cpp in the wrong place in some system subfolder, as I did something on in last time. So now person.h, person.cpp is in the same level with other programs. So let's compile again. All compiled, and then if I run, it runs so far. So far so good. And what I have done is I have created a person type of list, so I have appended those two. Now let's see where the Mary is. So integer position of Mary is I have a p list. I'm using index of np2. Then I would append appends in order. So p1 is 0, P2 Mary is 1, so I'm expecting 1 as index of a function of a list works that way. So let's compile the program, and then it has error. Depending on the system, error message may be different, but I'm using Mac, so those are Mac specific ones. But anyway, if I scroll up to find the very first error, the very first error when I compiled at this moment is tlist.h, line 128. So this invalid operands to binary expression. So what it says is that data equal data is invalid. So let's see what is that. Tlist.h. So tlist.h, line 128. So 128, which is the index of a function implementation. What we do is, as data is provided, and check with every data in the every node, and then break it to report the position. So here, index of takes unknown type, and then we are comparing that. So unknown type data is stored in the node. So we have so far used the double or int. So this is either double or int. So with the int and int comparison, double and double comparison, which is not safe though, so there's no compilation problem. But now what we are doing is index of a person class. So in TList implementation, so data here is a person, and the data in the node is person. Between two person objects, equal is not defined. Compiler does not know what's the meaning of equal for person objects, person type of object. So that's why we have a compile error. So to overcome this issue, we need to give a meaning of equal in person class so that this could work. So we could achieve that by giving operator overloading. So in person class, to use index of a list, we need to give operator overloading for equal, and then another person is provided. So if we use a P1 equal P2, then operator overloading P2 becomes the parameter, as we learned in the earlier lesson though. So this equal operator overloading should be provided. So person.cpp bool person operator equal const person reference, right? And it could be const function because it returns a true or false. So let's define this one as a const function. There. Then now you can define meaning of equality between two person objects. So let's do that. If name is same as the one on the right hand side, and age is the same, then it's true. Otherwise, false. Let's give a meaning of equality this way. Now let's compile the program. Then meaning of equality is there, so we can run the program. In main program, we could set the breakpoint and start debug and see the value. It's there. So at this moment, the position of Mary is undefined. But if I do step over, now position of Mary is 1. That is index of Mary is 1. So it works fine. So after we give a meaning of equal in person class. So in other words, when you define a template class, and then if template class does some implementation, does some operation like equal between unknown data, then you should document clearly. Whoever uses index of, then the data type, unknown data type, should have a equal operator. So if it's class type, equal operator overloading should be given. Otherwise, your template class will not work. So that kind of information should be clearly documented.